Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur 6. Folge des MKN Küchenschnack. Hier ist der Tom.
Und hier ist der Olli und wir haben schon Folge 6. Unfassbar.
Das geht wie's Brezelbacken, könnte ich sagen, ne? Also, wir begrüßen euch ganz, ganz herzlich, denn wir werden einen kleinen Ausblick machen. Denn wir gehen heute mal über die deutschen Landesgrenzen hinaus und wir wagen uns nicht in den deutschsprachigen Raum, sondern wir wagen uns in den dänischen Raum. Wir haben einen besonderen Gast, das ist unsere Liselotte aus Dänemark. Sie ist ein Inspiring Chef, wie sie sich selber nennt, und ist damit beauftragt, ihre Kunden zu inspirieren. Ganz besondere Geschichte. Und warum gehen wir nach Dänemark, Olli?
Ja, das ist ganz einfach. Ich habe ja damals, als ich bei MKN angefangen habe, habe ich auch die Verantwortung direkt für Dänemark bekommen, weil ich die Sprache spreche, was ja auch Sinn macht und gar nicht so weit von der dänischen Grenze weg wohne. Und somit habe ich halt auch die Verantwortung für den dänischen Markt. Das bringt auch Spaß, weil ich kenne die Jungs und Mädels da drüben. Ist ein, ja, wir sind so nah dran, ist aber doch ein ganz anderes Völkchen, so wenn man mal so die kleinen Unterschiede betrachtet und auch was das Kochen angeht, ist das hochinteressant. Dänemark hat ja Ludger schon damals super erzählt, mal, die bauen eine Küche ein bisschen anders aus. Das sind viele modulare Geräte und nicht so wie in Deutschland, dass das auf dem Sockel steht oder Blöcke, sondern die haben wirklich ein Einzelgerät da stehen und dann ist da ein halber Meter Platz und dann kommt das nächste Einzelgerät. Also ein bisschen andere Art des Kochens. Aber nichtsdestotrotz sind wir da sehr erfolgreich mit unseren multifunktionellen Gargeräten.
Ja, ich bin auch ganz gespannt, was sie uns dann sagt. Wir werden natürlich auch wieder in die Richtung fragen, wie sie eine Küche sieht, wie sie die Küchen aufbauen und vor allen Dingen auch, was sie dann von deutscher Küchentechnik hält. Ne?
Ja, okay,
Also das
dann
wird eine ganz...
das wird eine ganz spannende Geschichte, wolltest du sagen. Ich vollende mal deinen Satz. Und was aber jetzt ganz klar der Hinweis soll, das ist der deutsche Podcast hier, der MKN Küchenschnack. Aber wir wollen uns einfach mal, weil Liselotte so mega interessant ist und weil ja auch die Art des Kochens da drüben mal so interessant ist. Da gibt es eine große Geschichte zu erzählen. Wir sind natürlich keine Native Speakers, dafür haben wir unseren internationalen Podcast, den der Frank und der Wayne machen werden. Unbedingt wollten wir mal die Liselotte hier mal vorstellen, oder Tom?
Und weil wir sie natürlich auch letztes Jahr in Hamburg mit auf der Messe hatten, ja, also ich habe mit ihr zusammen moderiert. Aber ich würde sagen, wir lassen mal die Vorworte jetzt einfach so stehen. Wir begrüßen Sie ganz herzlich. Herzlich willkommen aus Dänemark. Hier ist Liselotte.
Hi guys, how are you?
Close to perfect. What about you?
Oh, just in the sun here in Denmark.
Oh, you guys have sun. We have rain right there.
Yeah, now today. Hello, Liselotte, also from my side. Good to see you on the screen here. It's a long time since I've seen you.
Yes.
The last time was in March, I think. And how is life in Denmark?
It's very good. We're only a few people back at work after the corona, but I started to do webinars here.
Good to have you here. And ladies and gentlemen, meine Damen und Herren, we have a really, really big innovation chef from Denmark here. Yeah, let's ask some questions, please.
All right, Liselotte, we met each other like 1 year ago at the exhibition in Hamburg, and let's say we are very excited to have you here. And for our listeners, just to start, please tell us something about you. How did you start become a chef, and what did you do as a chef?
Well, I've been working many years in the canteen business, like a head chef of canteens. And in 2014, I won a prize of the best canteens in Denmark, and make a lot of fun, I think, with my work. That's what I love about it.
So you started in a canteen, or did you work in a restaurant before?
I only worked a little bit in restaurants, but mostly canteens actually. And what I like about it is that in a canteen you have to change the menu every day, but if you work in a restaurant, you only have to be creative every third month.
And what kind of canteen was it? What company was it?
It was BDO in Denmark. They make what do you call it? Revisor, Olli.
Ach so, Steuerberater. Ja, ja,
Yes.
Also, Liselotte erzählt gerade von einem Steuerberater.
All right.
They have a reputation to be very boring, but it was not the case where I worked. They were very open-minded and loved to taste, everything.
And how many dishes you did per
About
day?
about 120.
120. Okay. And you won a prize.
Yes.
Okay, but Tom, you have to know the canteen in Denmark is a bit different to the German canteens because I think nearly every canteen in Denmark, they bake their own bread in the morning. Is it right? Is it true?
Yes, it is. Actually, many canteens in Denmark are mostly like restaurants because people who work there like to use it as a restaurant for their clients and stuff. And you have to make a so
Yeah.
you need to be innovative if you work in canteens.
I've seen that. Also, when you have your food in your company at lunchtime, it's always a great experience for me. You guys have to know at Ken Storköken, they have a wonderful demonstration kitchen with a flexi chef, with a lot of flexi combis, also with a smoking unit inside, and a little bit of our Optima series. That means our induction range, for example.
But then was a time you went out of the kitchen. You went out to a company called Ken Storköken. Is it right? Is it pronounced right? Okay. And why did you went out of the kitchen? What happened?
Because I was so lucky to win that prize of the best canteen, I had a lot of articles in different papers, and I also wrote a cookbook about seaweed. And then when I wrote that cookbook, I borrowed a lot of porcelain from this Ken Storköken, and I had a very good dialogue with them. And when they needed someone to be inspiration chef in their company, they asked me.
So you didn't went out because of the kids or the time or the working times or something like that. You just got an offer to do to work for a dealer. Is it right?
Yeah. And of course, it was a great opportunity for me because what I do like is to inspire people with new ideas and stuff and make a lot of fun. And
Liselotte, tell us something about your daily business as an inspiration chef at Ken Storköken.
Normally, a normal day here is that I talk with a lot of clients. I want to inspire them with new things. I go to the kitchen. I learn about the MKN oven. I do some food in the flexi chef to train myself and make funny receipts, which our customers can use in their kitchen.
And also demonstration and cooking demonstration. I saw something about there's a very famous Danish meal, different dishes, and that's called smørrebrød.
Yeah.
Tom, you have to say it, smørrebrød.
Smørrebrød. Is it perfect?
Yeah, it was close to
smørrebrød.
And the Danish smørrebrød is an experience. It has nothing to do with the chef from the Muppet Show who was singing smørrebrød, smørrebrød, rum. It's a national dish. You have to imagine it's a slice of bread, buttered, and then you have a nice topping on it from meat or salad or vegetables. And the Danish version is pure art. It's a national dish in Denmark, like the pasta in Italy or, for example, the plum pudding in the United Kingdom, Liselotte.
Well, one of the most known things is liver pate. It's dyrlægens natmad.
It's called like the dinner of the Mediterranean doctor.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a liver pate with some.
It's a kind of jelly. A jelly.
You also put some pickles and sour things on it.
Okay.
Sour cucumber. And another one is just eggs and shrimps and mayonnaise and stuff. But I make my smørrebrød a little different because I use, for an example, pickled shells from watermelon and funny stuffs.
Yeah, I've seen it, and it doesn't look like a meal. It looks like a picture when it's in front of you, and you don't want to eat it. You just want to look at it. Some
But it
minutes
also
before you
tastes
have to eat it. Yeah, you should taste it later.
But you can see this. I saw it yesterday on LinkedIn, and I also saw it on Facebook. You guys are doing webinars, or you're doing like training, or you're doing like shows, and I'm pretty sure you do it in the company. And throughout Corona, now you're doing it with a webinar. Is that right?
yes.
And you
And
do
it's
like
because this is the way that we can reach people now, because they're not allowed to come here in the house. We have to sit several meters from each other. So yesterday, at the webinar, I had 120 clients listening, and it's a good way to reach our customers right now.
oh, this is a good one. But as I saw, you do like different topics, right?
Yes.
And what else do you plan, or what different webinars you are planning to do in the future?
Next week we have transportable dinners. Something that we do when we have webinars is that we try to get some inspirational food in it. Yesterday was a lot about wild herbs and also a little bit about seaweed, and that we connect to our products. So so we keep them tight.
You just told something about the seaweed, and that was also one of the first things you told me of when I met you. I want you to tell us two of your favorite dishes you like to prepare, and one of them has to be with seaweed.
My favorite dishes is grilled fish with sous vide sea salad, and new potatoes, and a good green mayo made from wild herbs.
Wow.
Cool. And talking about seaweed, as you told me last year, and as I see it on your Facebook page and everywhere, you collect the seaweed, so you pick it by your own in the Baltic Sea, or?
Yes, we have a lot of sea around Denmark, and we have very nice seaweed types.
Oh, you have sea in Denmark? This is a big surprise. Really? So you go in the sea, you go in the Baltic Sea, and you just pick it, or how does it?
Yes, you have to pick it out in the sea, and you have to pick it where it grows. It has to be stuck on a stone or something where it grows, and then you have to check that it's fresh. There needs to be a
How
little.
do you check that it's fresh or old?
So you taste the weed in the water, right?
That there's not a lot of stuff on it, algae and stuff. It needs to be clean. And actually, there's a lot of different kinds of seaweeds. We have something that tastes like citrus. We have something that tastes like svampe, altså ligesom svampe.
Ligesom svampe, pilze.
Yeah. Yes.
Mushrooms.
Like mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Not mushrooms, but a very nice kind of mushrooms.
Okay.
Called pantherol. And it's called Dumont.
Uh-huh.
So we have very different kinds of seaweeds.
I have the example that you, even if you cook and even if you, make your shows, you normally you would put some items in the garbage, but you cook them. You make a meal out of this.
Yes.
Tell something about it.
The shell from bananas is very good to eat, actually. Has a lot of C vitamins, and you can cook it and grill it and stuff like that with beans and stuff, and it's very nice, actually. And it's a lot of things that you can eat that is just going to the bin normally. If you buy a papaya, a lot of it inside is the black things
the
inside.
Seeds. The seeds.
Yes, the seeds. You can dry them, and it tastes almost like the wasabi. It's and pepper. So
horseradish, like horseradish.
Make your own spices.
Wow.
All right. I'm really looking forward to our next sales meeting when I'm sitting there eating the banana and get the shell to Oliver. I'm really looking forward to that.
And I would say Liselotte told me a good thing to eat, the shell of the
I
banana.
see. I
You
really
need
see
to
her.
add a little bit.
You have been to Hamburg, for example, to the exhibition. Sometimes you have been to, MKN already. You have been in Wolfenbüttel, and I have two questions. The first is, your company is selling a lot of flexi combis in Denmark, and also a lot of flexi chefs. We have some of the biggest catering companies and the biggest, I think it's the biggest conference center in Denmark as a customer, as a very huge and large customer, and they especially like our multifunctional products. Why are they so like our products in Denmark, in the Danish market?
If there's one thing that we think about when we think German, we think quality. And the German products are very, very good quality. You use very good iron to make your products. So it's sustainable and, you can trust it. So it works every day. And I think the oven especially is very nice to clean. You can meet every morning and it's perfectly clean. I very much like to bake in it. I make so nice bread in it. But also one thing I do is that I dehydrate a lot of stuff, and I have never met an oven that can dry my products as good as the MKN oven. It's a lot better than the best dehydrator in Denmark, I think. So much things I dehydrate because I need to keep it and not throw it away. And then it also steams perfectly. And one thing that we really like in Denmark is also that you can smoke in some of the ovens.
So you really use it as a multifunctional cooking equipment. This is what you
Yes,
can say.
yes, I can use it for everything.
All right.
So it is the most important machine in the kitchen. It is the oven, I think.
What do you think? What is the biggest difference between the equipment in the kitchen, in a Danish kitchen and a German kitchen?
I don't know a lot about the difference, but I do know that the German guys are very good at cleaning their kitchen. It always look exceptional and perfect when we come to MKN. So I would really like you guys to come up and work a little bit with me in Denmark.
But you don't see a big difference between the cooking equipment in Denmark and Germany?
I think we have a lot of small machines also.
Mm-hmm.
Like a thermomixer and a pacojet and stuff like that to make small funny things. But I think you make a lot of things in the big machines.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's something that I learn about the German that I bring to Denmark, that we should also be better to do everything in the oven.
But Liselotte, you have been to Germany sometimes. I know that we have met you there, and you also was eating a lot of German food. Tell me the difference about Danish food and German food.
I think maybe German food is a little bit more heavy than Danish food.
In fact, Schweinshaxel.
But I also think that you do funny things with vinegar. You make sauerkraut and stuff like that, and I think that has possibilities. But I think the Danish people they like food to be beautiful also. They like insta friendly food. You like big portions.
Yeah. Is there a special German dish you really like?
I like all kinds of food. I almost think, but I do like sauerkraut actually. I like
But
things.
we don't eat sauerkraut every day in Germany. And one little thing you have to tell something about, and it's about vegetables, cooking vegetables and eating vegetables. Difference of
Oh
Denmark and
yes, oh
Germany.
yes. There's a big difference because the Germans wants it a lot more cooked than the Danish do. Yes,
You like it soft.
I had a shock the first time I went to Wolfenbüttel, and in the program they said broccoli needs 12 minutes. In Denmark we give it 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, this is what Ole always said to me. That, yeah, like the raw food, and we like it more cooked and soft
Yeah, but
and tender.
the Danes, they don't even have to cook it. They can eat it right from the supermarket. Yeah, yeah, and you don't have to cook it. It's the same, like it's fresh. You know.
Yes. We like fresh food, and we like it with all the colors that it has. It has to be beautiful.
How did you notice, or how did you get the first time known something about MKN? How did you hear the first time about MKN?
Well, actually, the first time I heard it was when I started here at Kent's Køkken, and I met Oliver. But then I went to the fabric and saw how you make it, and I was really surprised and overwhelmed how nice it was, and how good quality it is. And also now I think a lot of Danish customers has opened their eyes for that.
Yes, I think we are on a really good way. Now Corona is a little bit made a little difference, and the market has changed a little bit. But yeah, let's see what happens in the future when we come back like hell. Okay. Now I have a little soundtrack. Liselotte, 10 fast questions and 10 fast answers. Tom is starting.
Working as a chef, Liselotte, what do you like more? Cooking on gas or cooking on induction?
Cooking on gas.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, why?
I don't know why, but I like fire food.
You like to look at the flames when it burns, the fat burns.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You're a hot woman.
but yes, but
say thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas.
Next question: fresh and healthy, or the best burger in the world?
Fresh and healthy.
Traditional cooking equipment like a bread pan or a kettle, or multifunctional cooking equipment like a flexi chef?
Multifunctional. Absolutely.
Okay. Vegetarian food or meat?
Vegetarian food.
Really?
Yes. I love the vegetables. I eat meat, but if you ask me, I'd rather have vegetables.
Okay.
All right. Working nice and clean, or cleaning up after that?
I know it's the wrong answer, but cleaning up afterwards.
You're a real chef.
Yeah, it's a chef's answer. Jamie Oliver or Gordon Ramsay?
Then I take Jamie Oliver.
Okay.
The best part of my job right now is actually
that I can play every day.
Now, a really, really honest man question. Rather a sunny vacation at the Bermuda Islands together with Olli, or a hike in the nature of Scandinavia together with Tom?
I take Tom. To be alone in the woods with Tom, that could be a nice vacation.
We hike 1 week and then after that we go to Oliver.
Yes, that's a good plan.
Talking about the business, increasing the sales for your company, more sales for a company, or on the other hand, putting the customer or give the customer more advice with your own conviction. So what you really are, what do you really think? What is important now? More sales or your personal opinion about, food and everything?
Well, I think again somewhere in the middle, because we need to sell, but we need to do it with our own experience, and that's the only way we can be convincing to people. If we bring our heart to what we do, I'm sure that we can sell more products.
Whoa, I got goosebumps right now. This is a nice answer.
If you have finished work, what do you love to do in your free time?
Well, I just bought a hammock so I can go for myself to sleep in the forest, actually. And
you are sleeping. You're sleeping in a tent, or what are you doing?
no, in a
No.
hammock, just in the free, between
Really?
two trees. Yes, I think you saw it on Facebook, maybe, or you can see it on Facebook.
Yeah, I was asking you if you are all alone in the woods, and you said
Yes,
yes.
yes, and we have 200 places here in Denmark that we can just go to
Okay,
sleep in the
Tom,
forest.
we have to try this out, both of us, and but I think we will be scared when it gets dark and we take a hotel.
When, if I hear something like this, I always thinking about the Blair Witch Project. All right, last question. Tell us the most funny story which you had as an inspiration chef.
Well, the most funny stories I had actually was with an MKN oven. I had a course here where I needed to learn people about a workshop where people needed to learn how to bake bread. And some girls, they had to develop the bread in some baskets. Do you know that basket where you can put bread and it
Yeah.
gets very nice? But they didn't know that they should take it off out of the basket before they put it into the oven. So they put it in at 250 degrees. So it was completely burned afterwards.
It was burning in the flexicombi, or
Almost.
almost. Oh
It
God.
was very black.
Yeah, it was black. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Liselotte.
One
Yeah,
question,
yeah.
Olli, before we close. You mentioned your cooking book. Tell us something about your cooking book. What book did you write, or what cooking book? What is
Well,
it about?
it's about seaweed, and it's about how to make normal people also begin to eat more seaweed, because seaweed is very good for the environment, and it takes CO2 out of the atmosphere, actually, with the forest of seaweed under the water. So I think it's important to eat more of that. Also, it has about 10 times more vitamins than normal greens. So with just a little bit of seaweed every day, you can live a healthy life. In Denmark, actually, we plant seaweed now. We plant forest under the water.
Under the sea. All right. And this is what the book is all about.
Yes, it's both about how to collect it and how to make exciting dishes with it.
All right.
In Germany, we really look to save energy and so on. But in Denmark, we could learn a lot of you guys in Denmark, because you are 2 steps further. Okay.
All right.
Liselotte, it was really good to meet you. Hope to see you again in the next few weeks or maybe days. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But thank you very much for today and for this interview from my side.
And thank you for being my wing, guys.
Yes.
All right. We will always, you know that. Take care. Stay healthy. Nice to talking to you. And see you soon.
Bye.
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 Ja, das war die Liselotte aus Dänemark. Vielen Dank dafür. Das hat uns echt gefreut. Und wir haben uns natürlich gefragt, Liselotte, Dänemark, wieso nehmen wir die mit rein? Weil das hat uns selber inspiriert, weil wir kennen im deutschen Markt keine andere Firma, sei es von der Industrie, seitens von unseren Fachhandelspartnern, von den Küchenplanern, kennen wir keinen, der sich einen Inspirationschef, einen Inspirationskoch leistet, der nur dafür da ist, seine Kunden oder seine Mitarbeiter zu inspirieren, also die Köche zu inspirieren. Ne? Also wie sie sich ja selber nennt als Inspiring-Chef, das war für uns wirklich oder ist für uns einmalig und deshalb haben wir sie hier mit reingenommen in den Podcast und wir hoffen, dass wir da ein paar Sachen für euch mit rüberbringen können. So, zu guter Letzt, Olli, du willst noch ein paar Sachen loswerden, weil die letzten Tage waren in Sachen Podcast für uns wirklich ja, sehr, sehr erfreulich.
Ja, ich denke mal, als allererstes sollten wir uns auch bei MKN bedanken, bei unserer Firma, die da auch absolut hinterstehen, was wir hier machen. Und ja, dass das so eine Fahrt aufnimmt, Tom, das haben wir auch nicht gedacht, oder? Innerhalb dieser kurzen Zeit.
Nein, kann man so stehen lassen.
Kann man so stehen lassen. Ja, die 6. Folge, also es wird auch besser genutzt, als wir uns das vorstellen konnten. Und die Reaktion, also ich kann euch jetzt schon mal versprechen, wir haben hier gerade Zusagen bekommen von Leuten, die wir hier interviewen dürfen in der nächsten Zeit, die hochinteressant sind und also das bringt einen Wahnsinns Spaß und ja, nochmal vielen Dank. Ich hoffe ganz einfach, dass ihr uns da auch gewogen bleibt. Also wir versprechen euch, dass da noch einiges kommen wird.
Genau, wir wollen euch auch nicht aufhalten zu liken, ja, das werden wir bei jeder Folge wiederholen. Gerne 5 Sterne bei iTunes, gerne bei Spotify anhören, gerne den Daumen hoch bei Facebook oder bei YouTube. Olli, die Ausleitung gehört dir.
Ja, dann bleibt mir nur noch Folgendes zu sagen. Ich wünsche euch eine ganz tolle Zeit. Bleibt kulinarisch. Ganz liebe Grüße und Tschüss sagen Olli
Und der Tom.